All right. Hello and welcome back. And believe it or not, this is the second video I've made today, made in one sitting actually. So back to making knife videos. And today we've got my new, what is this? This is the ProTech Malibu, and it's in Magnacut. And I've had this thing for maybe a week, and I decided today to finally put my own edge on it. And I started all the way at the 100 grit stones and worked my way all the way up through my diamond stones, all of them that I have. And I did my ceramic stones as well. And I'm getting ready to do some lapping films on here. So for lapping films, I've got, 6, 3, and 1 micron lapping films. So going for a pretty well polished edge on this thing today. I did have to spend quite a bit of time on my 100 grit. This thing was a little out of whack as far as symmetry goes, from both side to side and also front to back. It was a little wonky, so I had to spend a fair amount of time on the 100 grit stones, getting it as symmetrical as I can get it and nice and even, and being able to get a burr all the way across. It took some time, a little more than usual, but nothing crazy, I guess. So I don't know if you can hear that. I'm out in my 3-season room right now, and there's some storms rolling in. It's about, 8 in the morning or so, and we had some storms last night that rolled through, and apparently we've got some more going on right now. I actually just let the dog outside, and I think I heard a siren from the next town over, so hopefully it doesn't get too crazy, but at the same time, I'm a sucker for a good storm, so that would be all right. But yeah, so far I've really been digging this Malibu. It's super cool. It's my first button lock knife, and I've been after one for a while, but I kept running into the problem of never being able to find one, or at least one that I wanted. This one's got the textured handle and the Wharncliffe blade, and it's not that blue. I don't know, that blue is not my favorite flavor of blue. And I apologize about all the noise. I live in a quiet little town all of a sudden, but there's a storm and a train going through town. So I was gonna actually film the entire sharpening process, but there was the city was over a couple houses down doing some tree work, so there were chainsaws and wood chippers running, and it was really noisy, but apparently I haven't dodged the noise just yet. But yeah, this is really starting to look really good. But yeah, I've just been digging this knife a lot, and it did take me forever to find one. I kind of decided, I don't know, maybe a year ago. Yeah, probably a year ago, that I was like, man, I need to get one of those. And I wasn't like avidly looking, so I probably could have picked one up before, but I don't know. I'd check maybe once a month or every other month or something like that, to if the places I like to shop at had one, and they just never did, or it just had the tanto, like the reverse tanto blade. I'm not a big fan of reverse tanto blades. Just aesthetically, they don't do it for me. Or like I said, it was either that blue or one of the custom models that costs like $600 or $800. Didn't want to mess with any of those either. So, but anyways, we just finished up with the 6 micron, and now we're moving up to the 3 micron. So we're getting pretty little here as far as grit goes. But yeah, this knife is super cool. I've really been digging it. That button lock is awesome. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite locking mechanisms. And overall, even if it didn't have that locking mechanism, I would still say that this is a great knife. It's a good size. It's a touch on the small size in the handle for me. Just basically because I have enormous hands, but it's kind of right on the edge on the small side for me, so it's definitely doable. But it carries great. I think it looks great. Action is out of control. And these newer models, they're doing runs in Magnacut. I found this one, by the way, from Indiana Knives. Super cool dude. I bought a couple knives from him, and I was on his email list, and I was actually had my phone in my hand. I was just playing around. I think I was watching some YouTube videos or something, and the email came across and said we have Malibus in stock. So I basically immediately just went and picked it up. He's got super fast shipping too. So if you're on the market for some stuff and you're tired of like the big box knife stores and you want to support a little bit of a smaller business, but a guy that's got some really great selection, I would check out Indiana Knives. Every time I've purchased from him, I've been super happy. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and finish up there. I did also, this is the first time really that, well, we moved and I haven't been doing a whole lot of knife sharpening lately, but so I'm kind of working the rust off myself, and I was getting ready to get going on these lapping films, and realized that they were the strips that I had on there were, pretty dirty, like pretty worn, I think. So these are, oh shit, I just did man, I'm an idiot. I wasn't paying attention. I did a pass with my freaking diamond stone on that. Oh. Yeah. So dumb. So dumb. Okay, well, let's backtrack just a little bit here. Hopefully I didn't get it too bad. Man, that sucks. Trying to be quick and talk and get this thing done, because I'm working third shift this week. I work a swing shift and I'm getting tired and I kind of want to go to bed, so I will just want to finish this knife up and go listen to it rain and storm and fall asleep. So I was hurrying and didn't pay attention and ran my freaking diamond stone on here and went backwards. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. I think I stopped in time. But it'll probably still have some scratches and drive me nuts, so I'll be doing this again here in probably a day or two. unless I'm lucky enough and was able to save it. Okay, do a couple more passes here. All right, now pay attention. All right, triple check. I'm gonna wipe. Oh yeah, this thing is looking really good. Oh, I guess if any of you are following along, oh, excuse me, I had to pop my back. If any of you are following along at home, I'm using the top holes with some tape back behind here. And on the depth gauge, I'm at B and 1/4, and I'm at 19.5 degrees. It was a little thicker than on the angle than what I expected. I initially started at like 17 degrees, but it was, the factory edge was quite a bit, it was quite a bit off from the factory edge, so I opened it up until I got pretty close to it and I settled on 19.5 degrees. So I did have to take a fair bit of metal off, but like I said earlier, this thing was kind of lopsided from the factory, and I could see it prior to even starting, so I decided taking a little bit of extra metal, more than what I typically take, would be all right. Didn't put a huge bevel on it, it's just ever so slightly larger than what it was from the factory, so no big deal. But I think that will do. Okay. All right, let's take this thing out and see how we did. Ooh, there's some lightning. Oh man, I can see a little bit of that 3000 grit. So so dumb. That's what I get for doing this shit when I'm tired. Lost concentration for a moment. Okay, let me wipe this thing down before I show it to you guys, and then we'll wrap this up. And then I get to go to bed. Yeah, it's really not bad where that 3000 grit was, but I can see it. So I'll be fixing that soon, or I might just say screw it and roll with it. I don't know. When it comes to my polished edges, I tend to leave them on for a little while, and then I take them off. Okay. Let's see here. Come on. Oh, I got the autofocus on. Or it was, autofocus was off. Not too shabby. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's right here. Right there, you can kind of see where I hit it with that stone and completely backtracked. Other than that, the knife's great, awesome, and I've got a mostly polished edge now. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Later.